The federal prison population in the United States has increased an astounding 800% since 1980. This Citizen Tools video, based on a Congressional Research Service report, summarizes the reasons for the massive buildup. Between 1980 and 2012, the population of federal prisoners, in other words, people who have committed federal and not state crimes, grew from 25,000 to 219,000 inmates. With no room left in government prisons, by 2010 nearly 18% of prisoners were housed in prisons managed by private companies. Government data show that a growing proportion of inmates are incarcerated not for violent crime or for larceny, but for immigration-related offenses. While 17% of offenses in 1998 were related to immigration, in 2012 they made up 31% of offenses. However, the largest portion of inmates are still incarcerated for drug-related crimes. Why has the federal prison population octupled? The Congressional Research Service reports that the unprecedented growth has resulted from changes in federal sentencing and correctional policy. First, Congress doubled the number of federal offenses that are subject to mandatory minimum sentencing. An Urban Institute study concluded that the increase in time contributed to almost 60% of the population growth between 1998 and 2010. Second, Congress changed the federal criminal code to make more crimes federal offenses. The Urban Institute found that about 13% of the growth in the prison population between 1998 and 2010 was due to greater enforcement, particularly for immigration and weapons offenses. Third, Congress eliminated parole. The 1984 Comprehensive Crime Control Act abolished parole, making everyone sentenced for a federal crime after 1987 ineligible for parole. These three policy changes have resulted in 1. Higher operation and maintenance costs, 2. Prison overcrowding, 3. A higher inmate to prison staff ratio, 4. Prison repair delays, and, of course, catastrophic human and societal costs, although this final consideration is absent from the Congressional Research Service report on which this video is based. In terms of the financial cost alone, between 1980 and 2012, the Bureau of Prisons budget increased to more than $6 billion, with an average annual increase of $197 million. This higher cost came from higher prisoner-related expenses and not from improving buildings and facilities. Indeed, in 2012, the annual cost per prisoner was about $21,700 for minimum security prisons and above $34,000 for high security prisons. On average, the annual cost is just shy of $30,000 per year. The rise in utility, food, and medical care expenditures are the primary drivers of increasing federal prison system costs. By 2012, medical expenditures reached $5,600 per inmate. The cost of rehabilitative programs for inmates has also increased. In 2012, the Bureau of Prisons spent about $800 a year on educational programs, $500 on substance abuse treatment, and $300 for psychological services per inmate. The Congressional Research Service reports that many prisons are also in disrepair. By 2012, there was a backlog of 154 prison modernization and repair projects, with an approximate cost of $349 million. Over the last 10 years, federal prisons have been operating over capacity by 30% on average. Since 2006, overcrowding in high-security male facilities has been near or above 50%. So what are Congress's options for maintaining or reducing the federal prison population? To find out, see the second part of this video, or feel free to check out one of our other videos. Citizen Tools is a nonpartisan, nonprofit resource that provides data-rich facts and analyses about economic, political, and social trade-offs facing the United States.